All right, man. Who's the other creator? Oh, and so
all right, we got Radtoyz Galaxy up next.
I love talking this stuff so much more than like tour reviews or like like, oh, did Hasbro do this? This is so much more exciting to be able to like look at this world building, man. Like, so this doesn't even. I don't know. I'll let it build out here, but this doesn't even come close to capturing the real life scale that this thing.
Look at that. It's obviously his entire basement.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
and what we're not showing are the Marvel Legends portion of this too. So I'll let this build out
so it looks like he went out of his way to make a really awesome like sectionalized areas. Like clearly he's got the woods and the Ewoks off to the left there. He's got like a huge spaceport station sort of thing going on in the middle that's kind of Empire Toyworks inspired sort of. And it looks like he's got some Empire and stuff going on over there to the right. It's awesome. Fantastic job.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Really fun.
Let's get some closer. I think I have some closer stuff here.
Okay. All
right, so that's just another angle, but sort of far away. But it's
maybe like the size of those vehicles that are on there, man. They're just massive.
Yes, I know, because the clone dropship is enormous. Oh, this is where you can see sort of the clones, though. Like there's some clones down there. And some Jedi further down.
Unlike the other or
some rebels.
Again, I don't want to be misquoted here. Let me stop comparing, right? I like the use of glass and everyday materials of incorporating in there, right? So it looks like a sci-fi walkway or catwalk, but it's just a shelf piece of glass is incorporated in there too. So
that's really smart. It's funny because I was, so something me and Dom have like struggled with sort of is like nature, but inside. So we would drag house plants to play with or something like that, or like and over the years, Dom has like a giant or like a giant container filled with just like fake plants. Fake plants. But like I was just like, you know what I've always loved, but I don't necessarily need it connected to little platforms for the Ewoks, is the Ewok trees themselves. And I was like, I'm just gonna start buying Ewok sets and then ripping the trees off and then just putting plants on the top of it and be like, look, it's a tree. But that's why Radtoyz kind of taking the Ewok playset to a whole new level kind of like made me laugh because I've been thinking about that lately.
Oh, it's and what's not, you have to go check out his latest video because he spends like 20 minutes going through it, and you can see the depth and angles of this. It's really hard to capture on screen grabs and like show
for sure
how deep this goes, but this is just like we're giving you the if you were in a spaceship passing by, you know what I mean? So.
Well, if you look at this image, this is like beyond that other large image. Like the Ewok thing is now kind of in the middle, there's more to the left that we want.
No, I mean even that piece. So it's deadfall that he picked up from his own yard. That's awesome, and it's impressive. Most impressive.
Obi-Wan has trained you well.
Can't wait for my 18-year-old to move out to make my own diorama room.
So here's some close-ups of like the bar scene there. Yeah, kind of in that middle station area.
An open air club, that's such a refreshing.
I love the guys, I guess, gambling off to the right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. It's awesome. The band is even up on a stage. Like this is okay. That's just.
So I hope that sign on the right there. Do you have a?
Yeah, I've got it later on.
Okay, good. All right, good.
So this is awesome. Just again, another great shot of like an enormous spaceport. Like the detailing in like just that one column in the center there that's got like pipes and all kinds of stuff going off of it.
It's cool.
It's great.
Again, a unique,
also
and
crazy
individualized
amount
perspective.
Of figures walking around in there too.
Oh yeah,
it's not like it's a sparse thing with like that he made this enormous thing, but clearly he's had
it's lived in.
years of collecting.
Very populated. Yeah, it's populated.
yeah. I mean, I think I have like one container that I'm like, these are the civilians, and we use them in every town.
AKA casualties of war. I mean,
yeah. All right,
there you go. Closer
shot of the Ewoks, but
good grief, man. That's what Tristan imagines his home being in the future, basically.
Yeah, that's what Tristan's definitely going to live in a tree fort.
Yeah, phenomenal. Just so this is not something I would build because I don't really care about Star Wars lore, but seeing it makes me go like,
I know, but it's so great.
Yeah, seeing it makes me go like, maybe I do need some like native, indigenous, somewhat. I don't know. Yeah, this is epic. Yeah.
That's kind of why I was thinking about the Ewoks trees, because I was like, what if I could make trees, and maybe somehow weigh them down so they don't tip over really easily, and then but also there's like little holes and stuff, and you can put a figure inside, which would make the trees playable, Dom.
Oh,
It's very important.
Playable.
So this is a cool. I love this kind of stuff. I thought about doing this so many times with some of my broken vehicles, and just like, you know, that classic Sergeant Slaughter in the G.I. Joe movie with like the big plane that like the B-52 that had just been like, it looked like they just made into a kitchen or something. It was just it's jammed up against the mountain. But you know, you see that kind of stuff in like Borderlands, or you know, like it's just like, oh, it's an old car and now it's a place I live. That's really cool.
People crap on the Star Wars movie, but I like that Rey was living out of a in a battle site and it's wreckage. I mean, so he's got another AT-AT that he took the legs off and he made it into like a shuttle. So that's actually the body, and he put it like that one. That's really cool. It's actually hidden in this set. When you go and watch the video, it's set back behind there, like in an interior kind of shuttle bay. So you'll see it if you watch for it. So yeah, really cool. I love talking about this kind of stuff, man. Like this just gets me like, the Jedi.
Yeah, Jedi on a lower platform. This is the largest. I love this.
I love that too. Look, you can even tell, and I don't mean this negatively. You can tell that's like, that's like a wire shelving it or a rack.
It looks like something like a Coke can would roll out of in a vending machine.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I'm just saying it reminds me of something like that. But clearly he like grabbed something and was just like, this looks like railing. Perfect.
It does. It's catwalk. It's got mesh.
Bird feeders from the dollar store.
That is awesome. Great reuse, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is great. I love seeing, and there's a glass in the background too. Yeah, really
Look
cool.
at all the catwalks going in everywhere. Also, I've always loved that speeder from Phantom Menace.
I've got it. Yeah, fantastic. It's a little hard for full 4-inch figures to get in there, and that rear seat, you just got someone who's like drunk with their legs, but they can't sit there. They gotta stretch out. So, it was for golf ball 3-packs. Nice, very cool. Yeah,
I knew it was something.
Yep. Well, we all knew it was something, Joe.
I knew it was something done.
What else you got here, man? This is
let's see. I think that might be close to the end. All right, so there's some different shots.
Ships,
of the
that was cool.
Yeah.
So he sent a bunch, and like I was, I
cool.
love this thing. Yeah. Yes. It's such like a what's that? Made Without Batteries movie mixed with WALL-E, mixed with TIE Fighter, mixed with gosh, I'm blanking on
Without Batteries.
Or that 80s movie, those little aliens
like batteries not included.
Batteries not included. That's it. I don't know. It was some, but like so really cool.
WALL-E TIE Fighter.
WALL-E TIE Fighter. There you go. Yeah, it's
custom
awesome.
TIE Fighters. Yeah, taking like a TIE Fighter or an X-wing or something like Empire Tour Works does all the time, and like people like Radtoyz have obviously done a great job with it as well. It's like such a brilliant idea because it's such an iconic vehicle, and yet like when you change it, you're like, "Ooh, I know it's a spaceship," but then at the same time, it's so different and weird and yellow and arms coming off of it.
It's a cool hybrid, yeah,
really cool. Kind of very Exo Squad-y vibes off that too.
Yeah, I had to Mega Hicks 6. I had to tell my kids like I'm going.
And
to
then of course I had to put this up.
Yeah. I'm going to go stream. Nobody fight right now. And that's what I had to tell my kids. So, yes, this is cool. So, here's what I like about quote unquote the station people. So, they have a cult. I mean,
the station people.
Where I don't know how to describe it, but they all kind of have but it's really cool because like they build their stations and then several of them talk. So, like there's certain groups that are like connecting to each other. They mail each other. But here he's gone ahead and said, hey, these are destinations. So Nazu Station is Lockdown Productions. So we featured him the last time we did a creator shout out. He always comes and checks out our videos, and like I love watching his stuff. He and his daughter are going to town in his station right now. But Fatback Station is another popular one. And then he put Hellet on there. He just added that after I did my war video or the battle game video I played. He added that on there, and then he had like a line of dudes signing up to go to hell. And I was like, that is so I'm like blown away by that, how awesome that is.
Don't go there. There's a lot of fighting there.
Well, they're so that's what I said. I was like, they better be mercenaries. So he's got like mercs going there. So really, really cool. I'm like blown away, flattered that I got to be on a sign here. And so now I got my brain thinking like, oh, how can I tie in these stations to my lore as well, right? So and I'll tell you, everybody needs a universal antagonist that they can all rally against. So, Yeah, so that's a good idea. I need to add some destinations, signage to my outpost. Yes, stuff. Exactly, man.
Oh, yeah, see? Yeah.
Oh, a galaxy, not a station. Sorry, my bad. That's right, you're Radtoyz.
That's
galaxy.
true. I mean, see how many different destinations he had there?
Yeah, well... I really like the way the plant life is incorporated. Yeah, great.
Anyway, Radtoyz, awesome work. I wish I had more space to do that stuff with. I have a decent amount of space to my left here. I will get to something at some point.
Stephen warns that don't go to hell. So Stephen and Brian are actually playing a beta test of my game right now virtually, and then the game that we're playing in Roll20, I'm going to recreate in figures and play it back out like I did in my last video there too. And it's also feeding the book that I'm drafting right now. So fun times. Yeah,
that is fun times.